Welcome, everyone. This is our year in review. My name is Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And my name is James Baker.
I've come prepared. How
Was
is
that
your soul?
Was
Dr.
that the
James?
Ricks Road marching band playing
It was
that tune
not
at
the
the
Ricks
start?
Road marching band. No, it was
The Ricks Road Massive.
It was the It was a tribute band from Ferrix, though.
Ah,
yeah.
The Ferrix Cantina band.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Did we do the introductions there? I don't think we did do the introductions.
Yeah, we did. You're losing your mind again. Yeah, we did.
What, dear? Hey?
Hey, what?
Prepared?
What? I'll buy the scones.
Prepared. So this is our end of year review. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about our favorite TV shows and our favorite movies of this year. We're not going to do musicals or video games or anything else. Just TV shows and movies, and hopefully we'll have some lively discussion. Comment below as well. There's also a comment box that way. I want to say that way. It's the right hand side of the video as you're looking at the screen there. The right hand side, that right hand side, Jody. Yeah, that's the one. Just down there. And you can add your own comments, your own flavoring as well. What are your plans for Christmas? That kind of stuff. You can add that as well. I'm now looking at my device down there, and it says, "Do you want to play 'I Want It That Way' by the Backstreet Boys?" No, I do not. I do not want to do that.
Funnily enough,
says a lot about you, Sloan.
Because I don't want another copyright strike against us. That's why. Anyway, shall we get into this? We've got some things to get through. Does anybody want to talk
let's
about
go.
Before we go through?
Let's do it.
No. Okay, right.
Do it.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Da, 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 da. No expense spared. Okay.
Your fanfare.
Exactly right. Okay, so here's the top 10 TV shows of 2022.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
Are we doing a conglomerated one first? I thought we were going to do each individual one and then the conglomerated one at the end.
No.
We'll be here for about 10 hours then.
I know.
All right. Okay.
No, we'll bring
honorable mentions.
That's the flavoring that we'll bring in to it.
Right. Okay. I get it.
Yes.
Okay.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So in at number 10, Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Great.
Ta-da!
Well, there you go. Well done. Number 10, Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Why was this number 10? Why did we feel that this wasn't good
That was
enough?
James Gunn's audition tape for
was.
the Warner Brothers.
For the Warner Brothers gig. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
He was making a play at that point for King of WB.
I think that's probably what tipped it.
Mm-hmm.
The Peacemaker.
Yep. Did you know that's his wife?
No.
No, I did not.
I did not know that.
There you go. Fun fact.
Aye. No, it was a great show. John Cena was brilliant in it. It was very funny. And the guy, the ninja guy, what's his name again?
Vigilante. He was
funny.
He was in a couple of Harry Potter movies. He played some Irish guy called Cormac, something or other.
All right, okay. I've never seen him before in anything.
You've never seen Harry Potter movies, have you?
I have. I've seen the first 2 or 3, and then the kids get too old. So I never.
Jody, it's for adults as well.
Danny doesn't like it.
Did you not know that?
It's not.
No, it is. I've seen people; they're all dressed up and they're in the.
I know that.
4,000 degrees and they're wearing cloaks.
Yeah.
Madness, and they get big backpacks on. They go, "I'm in Slytherin." No, you're not. No, you're not. Much like you're not an admiral in Starfleet. You're not. Yeah. You're just not. Why do people do that? They always dress up as like the admiral with all the badges and all that kind of stuff. Why can't you just be like an ensign or something, or a lieutenant?
I feel like
be happy in your life.
I feel like we're going off topic
again. Right, easy, Sloan, easy.
Yeah,
and that's another thing.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, number 10. Talking of Starfleet, that was kind of the segue I was going to.
I feel this is unfair because I've not watched that.
Okay, so
listen, that's not the way it works.
Let's go over the rules. If we all voted for, we had to come up with a list of 10 things that we wanted to see. Yeah. And if we all said yes, it went in the list. If 2 of us said yes, it went in the list. And then we just added in a couple of ones for flavor as well. This one was liked by both James and I.
Okay.
So that's why it appeared in the list.
Kind of makes me want to watch it from this picture, mind you.
It's very good. If you liked
It's
original
great
Star
fun.
Trek, you'll
I like OG Star Trek.
Cost.
Defo Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
Defo Planet of the Week.
Yeah.
Does he ever say? Does one of the alien women ever ask the captain, "What is love?"
No.
And then he has to
Not
teach
yet.
her how to kiss and all that.
No.
And-
No.
Not yet.
No.
And
Yeah.
bit
No.
of touching up and stuff like that.
It was good. It was good. They went through all the cast and they all had their episode
Right.
that week.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Is that Spock?
That is Spock. Yep, that's Spock.
from
That's
Star
Captain
Trek
Pike.
Discovery.
That's
Right, he was
Lieutenant
Spock in
Uhura
Star
there
Trek
as well.
And was Captain Pike in the movie? The movie that the reboot movie J.J. Abrams did.
Yep, he was.
Captain
Yep.
He was
Pike,
the first movie. But he was also in the original pilot. The very first episode of Star Trek ever.
Yep.
He was in it. So,
but not that actor.
Not that actor. No,
no,
that's
we're going back 55 years here.
I was going to say, looks hell of a good.
Yeah, that's
It looks all right,
Anton.
That's old
What's his name?
Oil of Yuli.
Can't remember.
But he plays.
His
He
hair
plays.
is great.
His hair is fantastic. Yes.
His hair is fantastic.
Quite
Unbelievable
jealous
what
of
he
his
does.
hair.
It goes up like that.
It
And
does.
it goes.
Yeah, see that.
He played the guy with no mouth in Multiverse of Madness.
Did he?
Anson Mount.
Yep, that's him. Yep, that's
Did he?
him.
Anson
Yeah,
Mount. That's it. Yeah.
because
Black
that was
Bolt.
him. Yeah, Black Bolt. He was reprising his role from
Put your
Inhumans.
teeth back in.
I know. Bring them in for someone else. Bring them in for the Doug.
From the Inhumans.
Yes.
I watched the Inhumans.
Yeah, that's Anson Mount.
I quite liked it actually. That Inhumans. So it's quite good.
Well, you were one of the few.
I was one of the few. Aye, that was the big giant dog.
Yeah, they showed it in the
Aye.
IMAX as well. They
Yeah, that's
started off showing
Clifford.
it.
No, the big giant dog in it.
Anyway, very, very respectful. And after who's the actor who played Uhura? Nichelle
Nichols. Yeah.
Nichols. When she died, the episode that aired the week after she died, the camera panned around onto her desk and she wasn't there, and it was just like, how did they know? It was absolutely unbelievable. Art. What did they say? Art imitates life. Yeah, that kind of thing. It was unbelievable what happened there. But that actor who plays Uhura is brilliant. Very, very good.
It's a strong cast. It really is. He was one of my favorite characters. Well, the Andorian guy.
You were gonna. I was gonna say that. I didn't realize he plays a blind character, but you guys say he's actually blind.
Yeah, he's actually blind in real life.
Is that a lady with a beard?
On
the right-hand side?
No, that's not Dr. Mbengi, who was actually the original medical officer on the Enterprise before Bones took over, which is another fun fact.
I never knew.
Yeah, there you go. But he sort of appears in later episodes as like a sort of additional doctor type guy for consultation, but he was the OG doctor on the Enterprise.
Well, listen, I just want to say, like, Spock is well known for like keeping his emotions in check and just nothing will affect him, and he's not happy, he's not sad, he's not this, not that. But something happened, and they had to get access to this planet that they were kind of hovering around, and the only way they could get on it without revealing that they had like warp core capabilities and they were from different planets was if they all changed their shape of their faces. So they changed the shape of the faces and they all landed, and everyone thought that they were the species of the planet that they landed on.
Right.
But the effects on a Vulcan wore off quicker than they did on humans.
Right.
So Spock's wore off. People looked at him and he was trying his best, but he couldn't hold it any longer. And he done this thing. It was so funny. He screamed extremely loud, but for an extremely short time, because he had to get all these emotions out very, very quickly. And then he was fine after that. I'm not making it sound funny, but it's actually hilarious. You should definitely watch it for that scene. Very, very good.
The only issue I've got with this then is that it's on Paramount Plus for us,
which you don't have access to.
We need to pay for extra. Yeah. That's my only issue.
If you get it with Sky Movies, then you pay £10 as long as you subscribe to it for like 18 months. You'll get Paramount Plus and Sky Movies for $10 a month.
Yeah,
that's what we've done.
There you go. There's the deal.
Yeah, it's a deal,
£10 a
governor.
month.
Got that for
Is
you at the co-op up Ricks Road. Get it.
£10 a
mention
month. What is that? 12.
Let me
12
let
pack
me
of
think
beer?
about it.
it. £10 a month. That's 12 imperial credits max. a bleeding month.
Your Republic credits, they're not good here. Yeah,
Bet you
anyway.
wish you had hair so you could do that, James. That
Dude, he's got his wee bobble thing and he's took.
I know.
All right. Okay, so that was number 9, was Strange New Worlds. Number 8, I didn't see this.
All right, okay. I feel
So-
better now. I feel
There
better.
you go. So this is Sebastian Stan, Lily James in a biopic. Nick Offerman's in it as well. He plays the guy that masters the videotape, I believe.
He masters what?
Seth Rogen.
He does master what?
The videotape. He's the guy that steals the videotape or something. He's got something to do with the videotape.
Seth Rogen is the handyman, and he's the one that steals the videotape.
Right.
But yeah, it's fantastic.
Aye, it's good.
It's the only Disney show that has got a talking cock in it. If you watch it, you'll see what I mean. And
A talking Bobby.
it's brilliant. It's the same guy that made The Big Short and
Adam
Vice and stuff.
Mackay.
I think it's the same guy, is it not?
Yeah.
It's got that feel about it anyway.
By the way, cracking TV show. Definitely got a comedy edge.
Oh
but
yeah,
the
definitely.
soundtrack is amazing. It's
Yeah,
the
it
soundtrack
is.
of the 90s.
You had that on all summer.
I did.
So you
Stereophonics.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7 8 right.
Stereo MCs.
Oh, it's brilliant. Stereo MCs, that's it. Stereophonics. Stereophonics. Sorry,
Stereophonics,
Stereophonics.
If you like 90s music and you like comedies, Derry Girls.
Oh, aye.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
And if you like a lot of chocolate on a biscuit,
Join our
Join
club.
our club.
Join our club. Yep. We just lost somebody because of that joke.
Oh, jeez, James. No cracker jokes allowed. Wasn't even a joke. It was just.
but a great TV show, really, really good fun to watch. Easy to watch, and it dead easy.
Oh, very,
to watch.
very, very easy to watch.
Just-
And it's like you say, the tone of it is really good. It's funny. It's both of them are great, and it's Sebastian Stan and Lily James are
What a
fantastic.
car
in it.
crash their life was.
Oh my god!
Absolute
And
car
and
crash.
you know, I think they were going okay up until. Well, it makes it look as if they were going okay up until the point of this. That ruined it completely.
I know.
And they did.
So it was a shame,
And they
really.
had. Do you know what is so interesting is they had no idea what the internet was, and they're just
No.
like, well, if we stop these people selling this video,
Uh-huh.
cassette, then
Mhm.
we'll be all right.
Yeah, because it was just the cusp of the internet and what
Mhm.
the porn industry got into the internet, and exactly they had no idea that it was
No
always
idea.
going to be there. It would never ever go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
That's right. So let that be a lesson, kids. Once it's out there, it's always out there. So be careful what you post on social media.
no
And
nude
I'm sorry
snaps.
to all the Stereophonics fans
Yeah,
and the stereo
MC
MCs
fans,
MCs.
more
Yeah,
so.
sorry to bother you.
Right, number 8.
Moving on.
Number 8 seems just for that one. Number 7, Candy. So this is another one Jody didn't watch. This is one that James and I watched because James said you guys should watch Candy. It's really good, and for once I did.
I need to see this. It sounds good.
It's honestly, it's so if you wait long enough, they'll remake it again. So it was a movie in the 80s, I think.
Right.
Oh,
Okay.
this I
And then
did
they
not know.
remade it. This is the remake, which is Candy Montgomery, because the name
Right.
of the woman's Candy Montgomery.
Yeah.
They're remaking it for HBO I think it's from the same people that brought us The Staircase. And it's Elizabeth Olsen is playing Candy Montgomery in this one, and it's called Life in Love or Love and Life or something. But it's coming to HBO anyway. But this one is fantastic. She's brilliant in it. Jessica Biel's brilliant in it.
Oh,
And
Is that
she
Jessica
is-
Biel?
so good.
Aye, it is.
Yeah.
It is, and
It's
she is
amazing.
amazing in it.
She's really
Aye.
good. Yeah.
I believe that's who she is. I believe
Yeah.
Jessica Biel doesn't exist anymore. I
Yeah.
believe only that person exists.
Brilliant.
She's
She was in the
honestly
first.
here's the sorry, I went all sad person there.
There'll be
The
another
opening
time, Chewie.
scene is them deciding when they're going to go and watch Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah. Was she in The Sinner?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was in the
Right.
first
That's the
season.
same
of Sinner.
person.
Yeah.
She's married
Now,
to Justin Timberlake.
Timberlake,
isn't
yeah.
she? Aye.
I've watched. I think obviously a few of us have watched Dahmer and how shocking that was. But I
Right.
watched Candy Like This
Yes.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't see it. What's it on
Yeah.
again?
shortly after
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Evelyn,
Shortly after I watched Dahmer,
to
I was
watch.
like,
Program called Candy on Disney Plus. Mm-hmm.
oh,
It's really good. Real good. It's,
No.
like the supporting cast is great.
Hard to
Melanie,
tell the way James is reacting, mind you.
Melanie Lansky. She played Rose in 2.5 Men. She plays the next door neighbor, and she's fantastic in it as well. She plays a school teacher who's a bit too prim and proper for the likes of Candy.
Oh, we'll get that first.
But yeah, it's fantastic. Great show.
well done. And
Yeah,
the
I didn't see
dedication to making it, the dedication for making it set in the 80s is absolutely second to none.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and I think the remake, the other one that they're doing for HBO, I think that's set in the same time period as well. But this felt 80s-ish, whereas I've seen clips from the Elizabeth Olsen one. It doesn't look very 80s. It looks more kind of
Mhm.
early 2000s. So I think this one might have the edge for me. Anyway, she's going to have to go a long way to get over Jessica Biel's performance. in this.
Defo.
Let's move on. Number 6.
Oh,
is
this
one that
isn't
Jodie and I
fair.
watched.
This isn't fair. No, this isn't fair.
Oh, thank God. James gets a turn. James, did you
Not
watch this?
I never watched it.
Oh, did you
Not
not? All right.
fair.
Well, Sloan, it was brilliant, wasn't
Hey,
it?
Jodie.
It was
It
absolutely
was
amazing.
fantastic, yeah. It's about these two old people, and it's basically like a kind of National Geographic documentary watching these two old people, and you're going like, this is fantastic. And then at the end of the episode, they go to an alien planet.
Oh,
That's the first
spoilers.
episode. It's the first episode.
Yeah.
So you're not
Basically,
spoiling it.
basically, they find a portal in some sort of cellar underneath their,
Yeah.
outdoor
Wood
shed.
shed. Yeah.
And it's a portal into outer space, basically, and they can sit and look at the sky.
Because
Is that
she
J.K.
says
Simmons?
it is. It's J.K. Simmons.
Yeah,
J.K.
yeah.
Simmons
Oh,
and
okay.
Sissy
Sissy
Spacek.
Spacek. Yeah.
And the best bit about it is she says, I want to go out and watch the stars tonight. And he's like, all right, okay. And you think they're going to go out and get like a picnic blanket or something and all that kind of stuff. But they go into this woodshed and go down the stairs, and you're like, where the hell are they going to watch stars? And then this happens, and you can see that they've set up this chair and all that kind of chairs and
Right.
wee flask and all that kind of stuff to watch the stars.
So you've not spoiled it for us though.
No, that's the first
no,
It sounds
episode.
like you're.
That's the first episode.
Right, okay.
No.
It does sound like you're giving us like the last 5 seconds.
It
of
does sound like
season
that.
finale.
But no, there's
No.
no.
No, that's
there's
all right.
so much more to it.
Yeah, and it gets much better. Like it just goes from craziness there to even crazier later on. So
It's probably one of my favourite shows this year. Actually, top 5.
it's really good.
probably.
And the worst thing about it is, with all that money that Jeff Bezos has got, and he spent billions making Rings of Power or whatever the hell it was, he's not making another series of this because it's too expensive.
Ooh, I heard
Well,
that.
It's
You guys
two
said
old
that.
people in a house. How's that expensive,
Do
Jeff?
you know what? They could easily do another one. However, it does have an end. It does have an ending. It doesn't leave you hanging,
does,
going,
yeah.
"What the hell's going on?" It does.
All right.
It does kind of round it off, but it does tease.
There's
more.
something more. Yeah.
That there could
So
be
they played
more.
it safe.
Yeah,
They played it
yeah.
safe.
Mhm.
If we don't get another season, at least we can just say
If
Yeah.
we don't
We
get a
can close the
season,
book
we get
Yeah.
10 episodes, or whatever
Yeah.
it is, of this.
Nobody's
which is really
upset.
good.
I'm not
Yeah.
upset. I'm
I'm
a bit
livid.
upset, but I'll get over it.
In fact, I think if anything, I think the plan to not do another season of this is diabolical.
Diabolical, mate.
Number 5, The Boys. I don't think it's any surprise that this is in the top 5,
Absolutely
because it was an amazing. Like season 1 was fantastic. How are they going to top that? Season 2 was
Better.
better than season 1.
Mhm.
How are they going to top that? Well, they released season 3.
not. Which was better than season
Which
2
was
and
better
1.
than season 2.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
there's very little you can say about The Boys. You have to watch every single episode in
Yeah.
order.
And it is some of the most outrageous TV you
It
can
is-
watch.
it is probably the most lifelike is what superheroes would actually do in the real world.
Yeah,
I think.
because they'd get greedy with it and get
Yeah.
paranoid and all
Especially
sorts of things.
people like Homelander, who are just the worst people.
Aye, and the Deep as well. He's you know,
Yes.
he's just off the scale.
Yeah.
Pervy.
So they're obviously all amalgamations or variations of mainstream superheroes.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Homelander's actually Superman, kind of Captain
Yes.
America.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Who's the Wonder Woman character?
No,
Well,
they've
they
actually-
introduced
actually-
Soldier Boy.
Aye, who's a
It's
Captain
Soldier
America?
Boy who is Captain America.
So Homelander
okay.
is Superman, really.
Yeah.
Right.
They've got a guy that wears a mask all the time. Oh God,
He's
what's his name?
Black Noir. He's
Aye.
Batman.
He's
essentially.
Batman,
He's
and the
Batman.
A-Train is the Flash.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a Wonder Woman character.
The Storm as well.
Storm, who would you say she was?
Starlight? No,
Starlight.
actually, no.
Sorry.
What's her face? The main character in season 2. Was she not called Stormforce or something?
What, the one that blows everybody's heads up?
No, not her. No, that's Gabrielle or something. She doesn't have a name.
The one that's who's the one that's with Homelander?
That was
The
the
Wonder
girlfriend.
Woman-y one.
Girlfriend's. No, not Queen. Whatever her name is. That's Wonder Woman.
She's
Aye.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
She's Wonder
Um,
Woman.
But the other woman that he.
The one you're talking about, she's very old, but even though she
Yes,
looks like our age.
Yeah. I don't want to say who she is because it's a complete giveaway then for season 2. If you haven't
aye.
watched season 2,
That doesn't matter then. It doesn't
But
matter.
anyway,
but
I think she's
anyway,
more
they're all
responsible.
they're
Yeah,
basically
they're
are
all
all based on established superheroes.
So it's The Boys was a creation of Garth Ennis. I don't know if you know who Garth Ennis is.
from
It was a
Northern Ireland.
comic book, yeah.
From Northern Ireland, yes. So it was a
Right.
comic book. So I never put this in my top 10 because when I watched it, my expectations were up here because the book was just crazy. Like, it's typical Garth Ennis stuff, just absolutely mental. And as soon as if it was massively controversial, he would take it, he would 10 times, tenfold. So I didn't find it as appealing because I was so used to the book. And I'm one of those guys, like, I've read the book. And it was just a little bit, my point of view of it was a little bit a little bit off because I've read it so long ago. What's the guy's name on the right-hand side? What's the character's name? It's not Archie or some kind
Huey.
Archer.
of Huey. That's it. Huey should be actual Glaswegian, but he's
Yes,
American. And as soon as I heard him being American, I was like, that's annoyed me.
Really?
Yeah. And there's other wee things. And I love Carl Urban. Carl Urban is absolutely brilliant.
And he's
his
coming
British
back as
accent-
Dread as well.
Oh, here's hoping. Love Dread.
He's what, sorry?
Coming back as Dread.
Judge
No,
Judge Dredd.
James was talking about before you.
No, like his English accent's great and stuff, but it's just not. I'm just being really, really picky here. But what I do like is Garth Ennis's antithesis to the Justice League or the antithesis to the Avengers is all these ragtag guys. So you've got Mother's Milk, you've got
Yeah.
Butcher, you've got Huey,
Frenchie.
and all these other, Frenchie. You've got all these other
Carol.
people who are they just do their thing, but they're just batshit crazy.
Like there's the relationship between
weird.
Frenchie and the girl. I love that. Their whole
Yeah.
thing that they've got going on.
Yeah, he's kind of
which went all
tamed
the
her,
way through-
really.
Yeah, which went away all through season
Mm.
3 was just brilliant. I
Yeah.
loved every second of that. It
I'll
was
tell you
really
what,
good.
though, I've not read the books or anything like that, but it's certainly, if you're talking about how edgy the comic books are, this does not hold any punches either.
Not really, no.
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 I mean, God, if anything, it's
the
the edgiest thing
books
I've
are-
seen.
See if this is edgy. This is probably one. The books are about one notch up. It's not like 10 times as edgy, but it's definitely edgier.
Mm.
Definitely edgier.
I think this is probably as much as they can get away with.
I'd be
on
keen
Probably,
to,
yeah.
television.
I'd be keen to see the books actually to see how close
They're
they were.
very, very good and very, very funny.
Mm.
I felt that same way about watching The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead books were amazing. The Walking Dead TV show was not amazing.
What about
it was all right.
Watchmen? Did you enjoy Watchmen?
Aye, definitely. I would. In my opinion, the Watchmen movie was better than the book. Sorry,
Yeah. I thought the
controversy.
ending was better. I thought the ending
Aye.
made more sense.
Yes,
The way they changed it, I liked it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a
an,
great
an
depiction of
unfilmable,
comic
an
book.
unfilmable film. Apparently,
Yeah, exactly. Hold my beer, said Zack Snyder.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job on it. That's
Aye,
probably his
totally.
finest film, I reckon.
Uh-huh.
For
Yes,
my
I
money.
would agree with you.
Yeah.
Well said. So, The Boy's good, but not didn't make my list because I'm a bit. I was in a huff.
The book is not as good as the book.
Well, I'll tell
It's
you what.
not as good as the book.
Let's stick with comic book adaptations because next up
Oh.
is Moon Knight, which is number 4.
We love this in our house.
Now, to be fair, this one, The Boys, and the next one are actually tied with third.
Oh,
So
Okay.
they're actually, it's more third than anything else. So
okay.
that kind of tells you how significant 2 and 1 is. But yeah, we got Moon Knight here. I was kind of surprised with this. I mean, I like Oscar Isaac. I think he's a great actor. I saw him in Ex Machina the first time, and I was like, "Well, this guy's really creepy." And then you see him as Poe Dameron and what's his name? House Atreides. Garth,
Ethan Hawke.
whatever his name is. What is his name?
Are you talking about Ethan Hawke? No.
No, in June. No, Oscar Isaac.
Oh, right, okay. I don't know. Sorry.
All right. Did you not watch June?
I did.
James didn't like June.
That's a different story. Like, can we just move past
J-
this,
you,
please?
Jo- Josh Brolin. You talking about Josh Brolin?
No, Oscar Isaac.
Oh, Oscar Isaac.
What is Oscar Isaac's character in June? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
He's from the Atreides.
It's
Anyway, the House of Atreides. Doesn't
Timothy
matter.
Thingy's dad.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet.
Anyway,
Shyamalan,
I liked
ding
him,
dong.
and that's why I watched Moon. That's why I was like, I'm going to give this Moon Knight thing a chance. Don't know anything about the character, but it was really good. I like the whole Egypt mythology thing. I like the whole split personality.
Yeah, me too.
I love the hippo. Hi.
I know.
Loved all that kind of goofiness towards the end. It was good fun.
But it fitted. It fitted.
Lots of firsts in the Moon Knight. You know, lots of firsts. I found myself constantly thinking, not seen that before. Not seen that before. You know,
I like that. I like that. Is this real or is this fantasy? To quote someone else, but it's very similar to not similar, but it's the same thing as well as what is reality, which is kind of explored in Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
it was also a little bit Fight Club.
A little bit Fight Club, yeah.
Which I liked. I think it was kind of described as that, sort of Fight Club versus Marvel, sort of wrapped up in a bit of Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom, sort of thing. Not the Temple of Doom, but Raiders maybe.
Yeah, and you were mentioning there, James, about Ethan Hawke's character. He was brilliant as well.
He was brilliant in it. I loved him in it.
Yeah,
and Oscar Isaac was fantastic. Sorry.
The opening scene with him putting the kind of broken glass in his sandals.
So apparently that was all through. Like if you listen to him walking, you could hear the runch of glass all the way through it.
Aye,
it's like a little simple detail that they put in there.
That was great. Yeah,
I still like the old. I had a dream there was a little American man inside me. Still, and I do recall when we were doing our spoiler podcast, I said that, and you guys were like, "What's wrong with him?"
Oh, I know, that's right.
I
remember, yeah, I know.
I'll never forget it.
Do you know what?
Think about it every day. I look like an arsehole. Not that I don't tonight, but...
Oh, wait. Yeah, you look fine tonight. Absolutely. Don't worry about that. In fact, that's better. That's better.
I felt like Kenny Everett. It's all done in the best possible taste.
Walking at the co-op, putting in a 6-pack of tin. And a scratch card, please.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. We loved it. We watched it as a family as well, which is always a good sign.
Yes.
That's always a serious tick of approval. So brilliant. Yeah, loved it.
We did not, although Sam has got a wee bit of a fancy for Mr. Isaac. She didn't watch this one though.
Who's to blame her?
He's an attractive human being. So
well, she should have watched it. Show a bit of support.
She should have watched it. Yeah, I liked Khonshu as well. I liked what's his name? God, is it F. Murray? I always get the.
It was F. Murray Abrams. Yeah.
That does the voice of Khonshu. It's good to.
He's in Mythic Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I still think out of everything we've seen this year somehow Moon Knight has snuck in there.
By
I'm
cover
just
of night?
saying, I don't think it deserves to be up here in the top 3, even
I
if
was-
number 4.
I was thinking that as well because The
Just
Boys,
saying.
I think, is slightly better than Moon
Mhm.
Knight.
hmm
But
Just saying.
You're not talking about the
Yeah.
boys, though, are you, James? You're talking about something else.
No, I'm just talking about I'm just talking about
But
in
you've-
general. I
but-
think
but-
I'm
but
surprised
then-
that even
it
I
got
liked
this
it.
high. Yeah.
a lot. I'm surprised it got this high.
Yeah.
If
I'm
even in the
surprised it got
top
this
10.
high.
Really?
And do you know the
Yes.
funny thing is, we were the ones that voted on it. So I don't know why I'm surprised that this has got this high.
Got
But
trust
there we go.
trust in the vote. I think
that's true.
I think it's there's voting fraud somewhere.
I think
You
you're
think?
right.
How
Yeah.
did you do your votes? Did you post it?
I think we should storm
Mailing
Sloane's
ballots, I thought
house.
that's- All right, that's enough of that.
I'll go and get my
Uh,
buffalo helmet.
Buffalo Bills.
That is not a euphemism.
Number 3, Dahmer, which is called something else. It's called Murder of a Mind Inside a Murderer. Or something.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know
they're
what
going to do a
it's
few of these.
called.
I
Well,
heard.
they are because they've got some guy, I can't remember his name, King or something, who's known for these kind of controversial type things, and he's signed a deal with Netflix, so that they're going to do a few of these things. I'm going to guess they did touch on it in one of the later episodes, but John Wayne Gacy did make an appearance.
Yeah,
By the
he
way,
did.
that's a Marvel thing. They just marveled a serial
Oh,
killer.
yeah. I know, I
Just
know.
like, oh, by the way, see this
They did.
crazy clown that buried children under his house.
Yeah,
They did.
Wait till you see this one. You thought this
Right.
one was good.
Yeah,
We don't even have to write it.
here's the
And then
serial killer cameo.
yeah, which was an interesting choice, but I guess that kind of leads on to it.
Be interested to
Niecy
see if one
Nash.
of us went on
Sorry.
to IMDb, look up who played John Wayne, and see
And
what
see
his
what his
next
upcoming
project,
projects
his upcoming
are,
projects
yeah.
are. Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
that
but-
movie or is that TV show.
Undisclosed Netflix project.
Aye,
um,
totally.
Niecy Nash plays the
Hmm.
neighbor, who's like a kind of fictionalized version of the actual neighbor. Brilliant in it.
But
Um,
there is an actual neighbour though, because I saw an interview
Yeah,
with
yeah.
her on YouTube.
yeah, but she wasn't like the next apartment over. She was like the next block over.
Oh, right.
Yeah, she kind of could see like the strange ongoings for it.
Aye.
He's brilliant in it. All through this, it's the same as he's now going to have the same. I'm now going to have the same problem with him I have with Jamie Dornan. I can't really watch a movie with Jamie Dornan in it because of The Fall. That just goes to show how good he was as an actor. I
Yeah.
think.
I know.
But
Well,
yeah,
he
it's
could-
going
he
to
could
be
be-
Quicksilver.
Like
Ralph
we said.
Boner. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's
him-
it,
him.
aye.
Yeah.
Well, deep
Um,
cuts, by the way. Ralph Boner. Nice
Yeah.
one.
Ralph Boner.
Took me a second.
But yeah, so it's gonna take a while. He was brilliant, like his little Midwest accent and all that kind of stuff. It was great.
I know.
Just
Um,
it was really
Honestly,
good.
when he
'Cause
said
I'm-
that, I wanted to go as him. As him for Halloween. You can't do that. People were killed. I'm like, but I just want to go. As
I want to go.
I've got my sandwich made
Did
up
you
and
see-
everything.
Did
I
you
wanna
see
have my
Sandwich.
eat the sandwich? Did you
Go and
see
eat the sandwich.
Steve,
Eat the sandwich.
Steve Irwin's son got in trouble for dressing as Dwight Schrute.
Who's that?
Dwight Schrute from The Office, from the American version of The Office.
No,
Why would you get into trouble for doing that?
Because people thought he was dressed as Jeffrey Dahmer because Dwight Schrute looks like Jeffrey Dahmer.
All right.
And
he
it was
lost
just,
his.
no, just lost you.
And me.
You not watch The
Yeah.
Office in the States? The States version of The
No.
Office is great. It's really good.
I did.
You should
I was in
watch
the Lego shop in Glasgow
Actually,
today, and I seen the
it. Fun
Lego.
fact, he's in that as
Office.
well.
Is he?
Yeah.
That is a fun fact about Jeffrey Dahmer. What a
He's
fun
Luke.
guy.
Yeah.
What a
Um,
guy. Why can I not see that? Anyway,
Is it the third best show we watched this year?
It could be. In
I
my
think that's
opinion, it could
definitely.
be.
Yeah,
It could
I'd
be.
say that's up there.
I was riveted to it.
Me too.
It was compulsive viewing. I mean,
And
that's
it had
not-
those what the F moments as well.
Well, yeah.
and
yeah.
it completely, the bit when he's got that the head in the box, and it's his dad's box, and his dad wants the box back.
Yeah.
And so he's like, "Oh, Dad, I can't open it, Dad." And he's like, "I want that box back, Jeffrey." He's like, "Oh." So instead,
The dad from Step Brothers as well.
yeah. So he takes the head out and sticks Hunter's a
Homoerotic.
porn in it, and he opens it up, and he's okay with that.
No, that's fine then.
That's fine. That's
Um,
fine. Porn's fine.
By the way, I spoke to people about this TV show, right? And they were telling me, "Oh, but Dahmer this, Dahmer that," and they were like, "Oh, you know what? Can't watch it, man. It's a tough watch, right?" And then I watched it, and I was like, "Aye, it's a tough watch." But my idea of a tough watch, what I was referring to, is like the severed head in the fridge.
Mhm.
You know, him actually just like cutting up bodies continuously and putting them in black bags, dragging them somewhere, sticking them in the house. And they were the people I spoke to were like, "I just can't watch two men kissing."
What?
Aye, that's what they had a problem with.
That's
Oh,
that
so
was
you
the
were all right
problem
with
with
everything
it.
else, but you couldn't watch a couple.
Sorry, are you visiting the 1950s during the day?
I
Or what
was, I
happening?
apparently was.
So they're okay about all the killings and
all the killings, the sawing off,
decapitations
and the aye.
My
Ah,
God.
But I
dismemberment.
tell you what, see those men kissing, that was just a bit too far for me.
I was retching.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Not in my room.
Well, there you have it, huh?
There you go. And we think we're in a modern world.
I know.
I know. The place
Well,
is just full of
yeah.
Egypt.
And on that bombshell, talking of modern world, let's move on to number 2.
Oh,
Oh. Oh, aye.
James,
John
did you watch
Turturro.
this?
I did.
You
John
did.
Turturro.
Did you watch
John
it all,
Turturro,
James?
No,
Chris
I've still got a few episodes to go.
I was going to say, aye.
Hold on a second. Did you just pull me up and not do my homework?
Pretty
No.
much.
I was going to actually wing this whole section. And you're like, but did you watch every single episode?
No. Do you know why I said that though? Because you watched. What was it you watched? Oh no, it wasn't that. It was. Was it not
me.
The Servant? Was it not The Servant you watched? And then
Aye, I didn't need that.
and then you get mixed up and you started watching Severance for the second.
You're making me sound a bit
And,
bit special.
And then you're like, "This is a total. When are they getting back to the
I
house?"
did. To
Didn't
be
you?
fair,
You
aye.
did.
I did. Aye. Just let me know when you're finished laughing at me.
Aye, okay.
It's okay. I mean, I missed out an entire episode of Chernobyl, so I can't really.
I know.
talk.
Yeah, I know. It'll be my time soon.
Exactly.
That's what I
Yeah.
was gonna-
Should have been.
I just
I'll
noticed
just
as
not
well,
tell yous.
they're wearing almost the same tie as well.
Yes, they are.
Slightly different pattern, but yeah. Cast is fantastic in this.
Oh, brilliant.
John Turturro is fantastic in everything he does. I love the premise of this, the whole idea of you split your work and personal lives. Because people do that subconsciously. They don't do it, but this is like a
So you don't take your
deeper
work home with you.
subconscious. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take out in the cat, that kind of stuff.
Or dog.
Or dog. And or person serving you behind the counter. And I like that whole idea of like you could take like a little circuit or something, put that in your head, and then it does sever you from those two realities. But one of my favorite things is the fact that they had nicknames for their characters in and out of work, and they were called innies and outies, which every time they said it just made me laugh.
Belly button jokes.
Belly button jokes, yeah.
That's West Coast of Scotland. Is that West Coast of Scotland? Belly button jokes?
Is it? Is that?
Or is it just British? Is that a British?
I think it's a worldwide thing. Innies and
Is it
outies. People
worldwide?
know what innies and outies.
Innie and
are.
an outie.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know where you're going with that, but anyway, I don't know who the girl is in it, but she's fantastic.
Yeah. She was in Game of Thrones, probably.
Oh, maybe. But
I might watch Game of Thrones now. Who's in it?
by the way, you should, James.
Oh.
She was one of the CGI dragons.
Anyway, but she's great, and I don't think I've seen her in anything else. But her whole kind of journey through the plot is brilliant. I love it. So no spoilers. James
No
hasn't seen it.
spoilers.
That was why I was asking, because I didn't want to kind of.
No, you just
Why
wanted
not
to make a
spoil
fool
it
of me.
now?
Not at all, James. I just wanted to make sure that you weren't getting spoiled.
By the way, see how easy is this TV show, like, to sell to someone, to tell them what the premise is, and they must surely be like, all right, I'm watching that.
Oh yeah.
You know, to walk into Apple and say, all right, I've got this idea for a TV show, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. What do you think? They'll be like, I'll buy it.
I remember seeing the trailer for it. I think we were watching The Servant. And the trailers for this came on, and I'm like, I'm definitely not going to get confused with this and The Servant. So,
Wow.
And then what I thought was,
Right,
but I'm definitely watching it because it looks amazing. And then after that, I watched the rest of The Servant, and then I watched Severance. Brilliant.
You done?
Absolutely.
You finished? Just let him go. Let him go with it.
Hey, that's me now.
Severance
There's
is
no
also
surprise.
what happens when I hit end broadcast as well. We won't go back to being silly.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Yeah.
Severance was my favorite show of 2022. Hands down, was my favorite show of 2022.
Ooh.
Until
Until.
our number one show of 2022.
Drum roll.
came out. Drum roll, please.
We all know what it is.
It's Andor. Oh,
Amen.
hey, oh,
Shock of the century.
oh.
Ooh.
Do we all agree on that?
oh.
That's the number one.
Do you know where that's from?
I think we did.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
oh, oh.
Raiders.
Oreo cookies.
Nope. Oreo cookies.
Raiders.
No, it's the Ewoks. Oh, hey, oh.
Do you know what I thought it was? I thought it was about when Indy discovers the pit with the snakes.
Oh, it probably is. Oh, hey, oh. It's probably the same audio.
It's also in Wreck-It Ralph.
That's
when they go to
all around our house.
Aye.
Landmark has it all in
They
store.
sing that. They sing that. Yeah, they do.
All around our house.
Aye, uh-huh.
I'm
so
going to
you
say
get-
you're wrong on that, by the way. I'm going to say you're wrong on that.
What, all around the
The
house?
Ewok thing.
No, the Ewok thing. I think you're close, but it's not. Oh. I'm going to say you're wrong on that.
I think it's.
And I'll prove it to you. Play the audio. Find the audio for that.
Couldn't find it.
Oh,
Gonna.
and we're gonna get
Because who are they worshipping?
C3PO.
C3PO.
My guy.
Your guy.
Mm.
And if MD knows anything about C3PO, it's this guy.
Uh,
Who's got two thumbs and knows everything about C3PO there is?
this
This
guy.
guy.
Please,
I'm
can
looking
you
for
play
a
the audio?
C3PO
trying to figure
Black Series figure, James.
Mhm.
But I think I might have to. I want to get an R2 and a C3PO because I feel as if
Yeah.
they are OG Star Wars.
Need to stop sharing.
I've got
for a
my
sec.
R2 jumper on.
All right. Okay. Ready?
Ming?
Okay, let's do it.
Do you mind, James?
I need to share.
Off.
Sorry, we're just right, ready? Oh no, I never did the audio. Should have had audio. Sorry.
Don't come amongst yourselves.
Sorry.
I think-
Right, here we go. Ready?
Can you hear it? Can you hear it? Can you hear it?
Can't hear it.
Nope.
Look at him, he's so gorgeous. So shiny and gold.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Can we touch him?
Present. Share screen. Share tab.
Can we
audio
stroke him?
window.
I want to polish him.
Hurry up, goldenrod.
This one here. Okay, here we go. Right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear it?
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Float close.
OEO. OEO. Is something different. That's not OEO.
Oh, yo. Oh,
Yeah, it's just
yo.
oh. That's it. It's not OEO. Oh, that's something totally different.
Is that
I'm
from
right.
then?
Yeah.
It's close enough.
I cannot believe
I'm
we
actually-
spent that long in that. Jesus.
I'm glad we did. Back to
Anyway,
Andor.
back to Andor.
Not End. Let's come away from Endor. Let's go back to Endor.
Let's
Andor,
do
exactly.
let's do that for 15 minutes. I know. Do you know every time I see that clip of me with the spiders, and I'm like calling
Jeez,
Endor
that-
Andor,
Yeah.
and you're correcting me.
Yes.
Oh my god!
If you did it once, you did it 20 times.
What a fool!
That's your
What a fool of him.
Severance Serpent moment.
Exactly.
Servant moment. The perfect
Ah,
show.
cracking.
Cannot fault it. It felt and did not feel like Star Wars all at the same time. It was beautifully paced, wonderfully acted. I
Beautifully directed.
can't think of all the superlative. Beautifully
Special
written,
effects are
directed.
amazing.
The special
Music
effects
was amazing.
are great. Characters are great. I loved how they did it as like these smaller arcs all through the 12 episodes. That was beautifully done as well.
The pacing for me is brilliant.
The minor characters that you think to yourself, oh, you know,
I'm
why
hearing
would you need to
clicking.
put them in there? I'm hearing clicking as well.
Is that you, Jim? Are you clicking?
That was my fingers, sorry.
Are you clicking your fingers? Wow.
Yeah, sorry.
Wow. I thought it was like I thought it was a lighter or something, or something. I don't know.
Or a ratchet thing.
Yeah.
The bit with Kino Loy and the prison thing, that whole prison sequence,
man.
which could have been THX 1138 redone.
Yes.
Mhm.
I mean, especially when they had the word climb kept appearing as well through the show. The whole
Andy
machination
Serkis.
stuff, Andy Serkis, Mon Mothma's, all her stuff.
Do you know,
there wasn't an ounce of fat in this TV show.
None
Not
at all.
1 second of don't need this bit.
All
You
killer,
could
no
cut this
filler.
bit out. Exactly. This was all killer, no filler. And I say that because I watched 3 seasons of this. Effectively.
The two
'cause I've watched
fishermen.
I've watched every single episode.
Two
now
fishermen,
three times. The fisherman as well. That whole bit about we hate the Empire too, and they're like, all right then,
Do you want a lift?
much better, much better than let's go for a massive detour.
Yeah, and do you
And
know
that
the
big
whole-
go on.
I was just going to say the whole thing about splitting it, and the way that Tony Gilroy split it into like segments. So it was like the first 3 episodes were a complete bit, and then it moved on to the next bit. The next bit was a complete bit of 3 episodes, and then it moved on to the next bit, and then we had I think we had this kind of a singular bit where he kind of had the money and
group type thing, yeah.
yeah, and then it was the kind of prison break bit, which was a bit. It was just brilliantly executed, and just the way they layered the characters up as well, and how complicated Luthen was as a character, how complicated I can't remember her
Very.
name, the Imperial girl,
Was her character Deirdre, or was
Deirdre.
is that her
Deirdre.
actress name?
Dedra.
Deirdre.
She was
Cyril.
great as well. She really
Phenomenal.
showed her true colours at the end. And
He was
this guy,
Cyril.
Cyril, jeez, man, such complicated characters.
Vel,
Um,
Cinta, Saul,
Mhm.
Saw Gerrera.
Vex.
So, yeah, and obviously Andor, who seemed who seemed like a kind of a bit of a secondary character in the whole thing, but he was still obviously important to gel it all together.
And Luthen's ship.
Oh,
And Luthen's
man,
ship, yeah.
that whole thing with his ship was probably the best. Probably one of the best scenes I've ever seen in Star Wars. And I feel as if I say that all the time, but absolutely amazing.
Upon second watch of that episode, seeing the kind of really wide screen, the really wide shot of that tiny wee ship, Ridley Scott-esque flying above the planet,
Yeah.
and you're just like, it's unassuming but beautiful, but you just don't think this is what they're setting up. You're about to see some of the most amazing Star Wars you've ever seen, if not the best.
That's seconds later
Stunning.
when he sends off the flak into the tractor beam. That's it.
Aye.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So good.
Phenomenal. Well done, Star Wars. Is this on the Catholic? Is this on the Kathleen's watch?
Yeah. This is Kathleen Turner's Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Turner.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah.
Well done, Kath.
Does that means Kennedy means that she's from South Ayrshire, doesn't it?
Possibly. I'll tell you what, though, people talk about the things she did about the trilogy, but she's learnt from her mistakes, I think. And I don't know if it's luck or what, but she's done the Mandalorian. She brought Obi-Wan back, which I haven't mentioned in this, which is a bit of a travesty, I think. That it's
To
not
be
in the
honest,
top
if
10.
it had been any other year, I think Obi-Wan would have made the top 10, but not this year.
Mm.
He's on
And
my list, and I felt he should have been in there
Yeah,
up with
I think,
Moon Knight.
yeah.
I think he should have been in there. I definitely do.
I don't know. I
don't know where it
like
would be,
Midnight
though.
more. I mean, for me, we had Pam and Tommy, which I know you guys really like, but I mean, I didn't see it. I mean, I would have probably said.
But we all watched Obi-Wan then. How was that? How did that? No.
Well, let me put it this way:
I never put it in my list. That's why.
you never put it in
Because
the
I
list.
forgot.
I never put it in the list. Only James did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's why, right?
I had Slow Horses and Reacher.
Right. That was a bit of a crying shame that Obi-Wan's not on it, I have to say.
But that's the thing, though, is that it like, yes, it is a crying shame, but was it better than all these ones here?
Yeah, I would put it above, just because I know it was kind of inconsistent in quality and things like that, but overall, seeing what we saw, the two duels with Obi-Wan and Vader, and some of the other stuff in it, for me, that should have been in there.
I don't think it should. I think this speaks volumes to Obi-Wan. There was a lot of great set pieces in it. Yes. Was it a good TV show overall? No, it wasn't. It was patchy at best, and but the story was, it just felt like it was rushed, and I don't know.
I think it was mainly hit, but when it missed, it was missed badly.
The bit with the Trent, the whole thing with the speeders and stuff. The whole thing with the speeders as well, that just irked me.
Aye, but when it did, it really did.
It's interesting though, Sloan, the way you set up the kind of the voting type thing. Because that's actually the most accurate representation of what Super Kelly Bros thought of what television was this year.
Yeah,
that's what the maths works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that this is
the fairest.
This was the most scientific way of doing it, and that's how we got this top 10. And,
I suppose
we subconsciously, obviously, didn't think much of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. I suppose it shows you that it wasn't in our minds.
Yeah.
Which is it is a shame because, like I say, I agree, James. I think it should be there.
What would you get rid of?
Probably
the stuff that you guys voted for.
I'd probably get rid of Star Trek.
No,
I wouldn't.
If I was to swap anything out, I probably would have swapped out. I would have taken away Moon Knight. You got to take out something that you put in.
I wouldn't take away Midnight though.
You guys.
I'd probably take away Peacemaker.
Okay, so in your list, Jody, you had 1899, which is brand new, by the way. House of Dragons, and Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
So which one of those would you remove and put in Obi-Wan?
I would have removed Midnight Mass.
I knew you'd say that.
Okay. And James, you had She-Hulk, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Bad Sisters, Pam and Tommy, and The Bear. What one would you?
I would have removed She-Hulk.
There's no point in asking.
Okay.
James had it in his list.
No, well, that's true. Yeah, you did. Yeah, that's true. You did have it in the list.
What would you have done, Sloan?
That's the question. That's the real question here.
I wouldn't have, because I think that Reacher was a far better TV show than Obi-Wan was, and I think Slow Horses is
sticking to his guns.
Top 10. And that's damnable, the fact that it's not on the list.
He's putting his foot down, James.
Are you dying on this hill?
I am. I genuinely think that I genuinely feel
it's full of Sith.
That Obi-Wan is not as good as these other ones. That's the thing, and it clearly isn't, because Jody never put it in his list, and I didn't put it in my list.
I'm a bit embarrassed I didn't actually.
Fair enough.
Anyway,
So
I was
that's
happy with
what
it.
I
It
think.
made
I
my
think
list.
it's-
It made my
I
list.
think it's-
That's all I'm saying.
Let me
let's
put
say,
it this
Cafe.
way.
let's say it's number 11.
This
Let's
movie,
say that.
this TV show here, Star Wars Andor, was much better than,
Oh
than
God, aye.
anything we've seen
It was.
since season 2 of The Mandalorian. So
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
yeah, this is blows everything else Star Warsy out of the water.
Compared to Obi-Wan, this is light years ahead of
Oh, I totally are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan
Yeah.
in terms of quality filmmaking.
Definitely.
This is TV that you can show. Someone who doesn't like Star Wars or is not into it, you can show them this and say,
You can.
"Look at this."
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
absolutely.
You,
And then,
you don't even have to say it's Star Wars.
Correct.
No.
Absolutely.
yeah, it's
and
just a
it's-
little bit science fiction-y.
Yeah, and do you
These
know,
are-
8 episodes in, that person will be saying, "Is this Star Wars?"
Yeah.
It's too late, but then you've got them.
and do you know what the
They're
biggest thing
screwed.
about it is the fact it was consistent all the way through. Obi-Wan wasn't.
Yes.
Wasn't consistent in tone, wasn't consistent in the way it looked because it looked terrible sometimes. The special effects and things like that. Andor just looked and felt consistent all the way through.
Was it? I mean, we were
The
doing one
quality
of
was consistent.
one of the watch-alongs, James, and you said something like that's your hero pillar there, and it was.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like it's just it was moss and it was cracked, bits were chipped off it and all that kind of stuff. It looked like it'd been there for years,
yeah.
and like Obi-Wan was like sets.
you know
And this
what
That's
was like,
indicative of what this show's about.
yeah,
That hero pillar.
Do you know what you should do,
Yes.
Sloan, with your 3D printer?
what's that?
Print out a brick, an Andor brick.
Oh,
Mhm.
Marva.
Yeah,
Brick.
yeah, and get it in a
And how good was she?
Yeah.
And how good?
Oh,
By the
brilliant.
way, how good
Love her.
this
Love her.
is. Some of the best dialogue, not just from her, but throughout the
That
whole
as
thing.
well.
Some of my favorite
as
scenes
well.
were
Mhm.
reminiscent of we're doing the round table in the Death Star, talking about how we're going to use the Death Star,
Mhm.
blah blah blah.
Mhm.
All those scenes, all that dialogue was absolutely primo.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the monologues,
Aye.
everything about it was just top class.
the two of the saddest lines in Star Wars. I can't
Mm.
swim,
I can't swim.
and
Yeah.
I don't want to be alone. I want Marva.
Mm.
No, you're crying.
I know.
Loved it.
Well done.
Quality.
Well done, Kath.
Well done. So that took us an hour. There's a guy
Let's just
over
rattle
on
through
us.
this one.
Do you want a break before we do the top 10 movies, or are you good to go?
Okay.
I'm fine.
All right.
If
Let's,
we need a break, we'll just take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it then. Top 10 movies of 2022. Don't you dare. All right.
I didn't need it when you asked me.
In number 10.
Now, wait a minute here.
Yes.
That is a new entry.
Sloan, neither of us have seen this.
I know.
So how did that make
But this
it
is
to
one of the ones
number
because
10?
this is if you'd been listening to the rules,
Right.
there was a few movies, obviously, that two of us had seen,
Mhm.
or two of you had seen,
Yes.
and then there were some movies that were on lists
That
that only
neither
one
of
had
us.
seen.
Yeah. And
And
so
you
I
had to
took
pick
one
a
from
couple of
yours
those.
and I picked one from yours.
Right, okay.
And
Oh,
I
yes.
didn't take one. So there was 8
All right,
we
okay.
needed.
But
So-
Jodie's all like, this isn't fair. Again.
I know.
That's not fair. Hold on a second, Sloan.
I'm not angry.
James.
I'm just
Arsehole.
disappointed.
James, why did you like Wakanda Forever? By
For
the way,
so many.
Yeah, exactly, James. Why did you like it?
Before you start,
Why is it your top
before,
10 movie?
before you start defending yourself, they're not going to put this on at Christmas because in the trailers, if you go to the Super Kelly Bros, if you go to Facebook, fb.me/Super Kelly Bros, we post up one of the trailers for Disney, and it's coming in 2023. Wakanda Forever.
Is it?
Yes, because it said coming
Ah.
soon 2023, and it was in Wakanda Forever.
I thought that might have been a special treat.
No,
No.
no.
Oh, Danny saw it, actually. Danny saw it.
There you go. Bring him in.
See it.
Cracking.
Sorry, James White. So it features Namor, the
The Namor the
Submariner.
Submariner, which is one of the original Marvel comic book characters.
From way
So
back
going
in the
back
day,
back to the 1940s, we're talking the first Marvel characters were the Human Torch and Namor the Submariner. And it was the first real, well, it wasn't the first real, it was the first actual depiction of Namor. And I was hoping he'd be an arsehole, and he totally was an arsehole.
Oh, good.
Just a dick, dead arrogant, a really good bad guy that's not bad. It's like one of those complicated characters that you should
right,
hate, but you cannot hate.
Yeah.
You know, like so it's like it is different from Killmonger, but also the same as Killmonger from the first one, whereas he had a legitimate reason to be pissed off, and he's just like, oh, he's angry for a reason, you know. And also, Namor's angry for a reason. The effects were great. It was very, very emotional, and Ryan Coogler had done an absolutely fantastic job with the story and the funeral scenes, and obviously it's properly dedicated to Chadwick.
Yeah.
And Letitia Wright was brilliant. Faith, who plays M'Baku? Winston Duke, just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
What would you call it?
It's respectful, and it's got its flaws.
His mum,
Angela Bassett.
Angela Bassett. Yeah,
Yes, Academy Award winner, I do believe.
Yep.
indeed. Yeah.
She was absolutely fantastic. The stuff that you see with her in the trailers is a very accurate representation of how she is in the movie. And then, who plays the sergeant? Oh gosh, I can't remember her name. She's in The Walking Dead. Okoye. The story's fantastic. It's great. Listen, it's got major flaws. It's probably 20 minutes too long, I think.
I've heard that. It might have been from you, actually. You might have told me that.
It's probably about 20 minutes too long. And there are a few other plot things, and I think the plot things that are wrong with it come around from the fact that Chadwick Boseman isn't there.
Yeah.
You know, unavoidable. But I think Coogler done a brilliant job. And definitely something to be seen. A worthy sequel to the Black Panther.
All right. Cool.
I'm getting the evil eyes there because I've moved that bit of tinsel from where Evelyn had it. She noticed.
Yeah. Have you never done that where you move like ornaments like a centimeter to see if your wife notices?
I don't notice things like that at all. But anyway, she was like that. Disappointing.
Talking of moving things slightly, Lightyear, number 9.
Yeah.
James, you haven't seen this, have you?
I have, yes.
I have. Okay,
It just wasn't in my top 10. I removed it.
This was a fun little movie. Wasn't expecting much from it. It came straight to Disney. I want to say. I don't remember. Oh no, it was in the theaters for like a day or something.
It wasn't.
Well, it was in the theaters for a wee bit.
It was in for a bit. I don't think
thought it
people
was
understood
fun.
what it was, though. I think that's why they didn't go and see it or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
The weird thing is, so it was exactly what I thought it was, which was this is the movie that Andy goes to see and he falls in love with, and he gets a toy based on the movie, and that's his now favorite toy.
That's
And
the only problem I've got with that.
Why?
This is definitely not the movie he would have seen. Because it's
I
set
know
in
it's 20 years later.
Yeah.
But okay. But that's the thing though, is that's how they explain it. I like that. I liked how they said that, and they also said that at the title card as well. You know that, but a lot of people were going like, "How's this not a standalone Buzz Lightyear movie?" Like they were expecting the sort of start of Toy Story 3.
Yeah,
and that's not this movie. This is much more a very like Interstellar in some ways.
Yeah.
With the whole time
Keep talking,
travel
guys. I can keep talking. I can hear you, but I need to plug in my device. Otherwise, it's just going to lose charge.
Uh-oh.
So keep talking. I can hear you.
Okay.
Right. No, I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. And I thought it looked fantastic. It's one of the best looking Pixar films. Do you know? I really feel sorry for Pixar just now, though, because the last few movies haven't been released in the cinema. I think was this
No.
the first one that had been released?
I think
And
so.
you didn't
Yeah.
even didn't even realize it had been released in the cinema.
I
Um,
seem to remember it being released for like a week or something because
Aye, and
there's
it-
some rules they've got to have where it's got to be released for a week.
but it didn't do well, and I
No.
don't know what's going on. You know, and Walt Disney's latest one, I don't think it's a Pixar. I think it's Walt Disney. This adventure one that they've got out just now. Don't even know if you've heard of it, but it's a family that go. It's like a kind of lost in time type thing, and it's not doing well either for some reason. God knows why.
Strange Worlds.
Strange Worlds, that's the one. Yeah. And it's not doing well either. But it's not been advertised. But also the fact is that people know that it's going to be out in Disney Plus in a month or two. So they're just going to wait and watch it. You know, it's not going to spoil it if they don't see it in the cinema, you know. So it's
Is
just
that
a
not
bit
on
of a
Disney
shame.
Plus just now?
Sorry. Strange Worlds?
Sure,
No.
saw Strange World.
No, I've seen it. I've seen like trailers for it and stuff, but apart from that, no.
Yeah, it's coming Friday to Disney Plus. That's where I've seen it.
Go away.
Nope,
Is
it's
it?
coming Friday.
Oh,
Is that
Surf.
their Christmas treat to us?
Must be. Yeah,
really?
yeah, really.
Oh, brilliant.
Because that is still cruising
Scoop.
about the pictures.
I'm looking forward to that.
That's a scoop.
That's a scoop.
Okay, boys,
Right.
tell the
next.
type room to get ready.
Next.
Next, Werewolf at Night. I watched this
yeah.
in the plane.
Did you?
I did.
Really?
Because it was obviously not released in theaters. It's not feature length movie though, is it? It's like 50
hour.
minutes or something. Yeah.
Mm.
It's great movie TV,
Brilliant.
whatever you want to call it. Like the whole 1950s B movie style. Like
Defo.
it's like
That was our Halloween movie this year.
It was.
50s. I mean, it felt as if this was a 50s. Like the acting was very 50s-ish as well. The special effects were there as well. Great story, bit predictable, but that's okay. It's fine.
I loved it. Loved it.
You kind of did feel
Every
that
bit
someone
was
was going to pop out of a bush and say, well, "That's a scope."
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, with the fedora and the press hat,
Yeah, totally.
press card and that. Yeah.
It was good. It was good fun to see around about Halloween. I mean, it's weird to watch it now. You probably wouldn't get the same feels as
No,
you
you
did.
wouldn't.
No, maybe not.
But round about Halloween time, it was cracking to have on.
Yeah,
It was. It really was. And it's
yeah.
nice
That's
to
when I watched it as well.
another new sort of IP,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yes,
as well?
indeed.
and I like they've got a logo for these special events now as
Yeah.
well. Marvel, they've got
Have
kind
they?
of rainbow
Not
kind
noticed
of
it.
logo. Yeah, they did it for Guardians as well.
Mm-hmm. So it almost feels like the kind of remember how they used to have short movies before?
Yeah, the Pearl and Dean thing.
You know that sort of
Yeah.
retro cinema
Special
kind of type
presentation.
thing. You know that kind of feel about them.
Yeah.
As well.
Before it would say, visit our concession stand.
Aye.
Nuts.
Aye.
I know. And then
Fudge.
some poor girl would come in, literally
exactly.
with ice cream and nuts on a
Yeah.
tray.
Yeah, exactly.
The wee light goes on. Click.
I know.
Uh-huh.
And then some guy be
Torch.
like that, put his flag out, and then just go in and get something. And in the good old
And there's-
days.
Those
They
weird
were the good old
square
days when you could smoke
bottles
in
of
the cinema.
Cura. You know, the square plastic bottles
Aye,
of Cura with
that's
the,
it. Aye, yeah.
the
A juice
unbeatable
tub. I'm
plastic
sure the Americans
straw.
call them juice tubs or something.
Yeah.
Rock hard ice cream.
Your teeth.
Oh man, aye.
Is ice cream supposed to sound like this?
Absolutely frozen solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember going to the pictures and they'd be like, smoking or non-smoking?
Yeah.
Aye.
You're like,
Aye.
non-smoking,
What's it-
obviously. And
Aye,
you'd
and then
still
sit in
kinda
the same
stink
area.
of smoke.
Sit in the smoke.
One seat behind a
laughing
smoker.
away. Some guy blasting smoke at the back of it.
Completely pointless. You with a big cigar like
I know. And even in the non-smoking section, people just
Laugh.
smoking.
Laughing like Robert De
Aye.
Niro in Cape Fear.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Aye, totally.
Yeah.
Ah,
Exactly.
those were the days.
Aye.
Let's talk more about those days with Don't Worry Darling in at number 7.
Oh yeah.
So
Don't worry,
you guys have
darling.
seen this movie? This is a movie you guys
Yeah,
have seen?
yeah, I saw it. Aye.
Aye, seen it 3 times.
Really?
Aye, very, very good movie. I very
I
much
really
liked
enjoyed
it.
it as well. Me too. Yeah, I really liked it.
Cracking
I
film.
love Florence Pugh. I think she's fantastic. I
Flopo.
think she's
Yes,
really good. I think she's great.
she is great in this film.
Harry was okay in
Style-
it, but she's
Styles
fantastic.
is great.
Yeah,
Chris Pine
Pine's
is
in it as
great
well.
in this
Chris
film.
Pine's fantastic in it. I thought.
And the
Yeah.
actor who was in the British Robot TV show on Channel 4.
Oh, the girl, Rebecca Chan.
Is that what her name is? She plays Chris Pine's wife.
Yes,
wifey.
she's
Oh,
lovely.
Robot Wars?
Yeah. No, it was Humans. It was called. It was a show
Humans, that's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Aye, yeah.
over here.
She was a robot nanny.
Aye.
Okay.
It's not Rebecca Chan.
Sloan, see if you've not seen this. This is right up your street, by the way.
Okay.
You watch
Yeah.
it once and you're like, I need to watch that again. Then you watch it again and you're like, oh, aye, that was good.
Oh, is it
And
one
it
of
wa-
those ones?
I feel like the second time you've watched it feels like the first time you've watched it, and the third time you've watched it feels like the second time you've watched it.
I love things like that with a twist that when you watch it the second time, you've got a different feeling watching it because you know,
Defo.
like Fight Club is
Defo.
that kind of thing.
Aye. It's one
about
of those
it.
films. If Faith said I'm going to watch that just now, I'd probably just go over there and sit and watch it with her.
Yeah, it's a
Again.
good film. Really good film.
Cracking
She's
movie.
a great filmmaker. Oh God, what's her name?
Harry Styles,
she-
expert.
Yeah. Oh, they're not going out with each other anymore.
No. Faith, who was Harry going out with? Who was Harry going out with? Olivia Wilde.
Yeah,
Apparently, she says they might still be going out.
Oh,
Her
she
movie-
did Percy and Eternals.
has Faith seen Booksmart? Her first movie she did.
Have you seen? I don't know. She's not seen Booksmart.
That's a great. She should watch that. It's a great film.
Aye,
I mean,
cracking movie
really good.
actually. Yep, seen it.
Really good. Cracking.
Might look that up. I bet that's on Disney Plus.
Maybe. Aye, cracking film. She's a really good filmmaker, and this visually is one of the most cinematic, beautiful films I've this
Aye.
year.
Slow
Definitely,
to get that watched.
it's Roger Deakins good.
Is it though?
It is.
Although there is one thing I just want to say. I love Roger Deakins, but I prefer actual film stock films to digital films. They do have a better look. Though. Me and Quentin, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
whatever.
Slow trying to put his glasses on. I'll have
It's
you
okay,
know.
Roger. You just fix that in post.
The disrespectfulness over Christmas.
That's what happens
not
when
even
you
a
don't
word.
have to go to the gym in the morning.
Exactly.
Slag off Sloan.
Well, that's
Alright.
been all been slagged off now. So that's fine.
Can you see what I'm drinking?
No.
No.
Oh, Ahsoka.
Oh, I can see it now, James. Oh no, I can see it now.
Can you see it?
Right. Anyway, everything
Moving on.
everywhere all at once. James and I didn't like this, Jodie.
I can't believe you two never liked this.
I can't believe the fact that we didn't like a movie and this is number 6. How's that work?
Exactly. How
I
did
don't
this get to
understand.
number 6 if you two didn't like it?
Didn't like it at
Just
all.
trust the maths.
This is where
Trust the maths.
this is where the maths fail because
Oh, the maths is telling us
because-
that we should have liked it.
all three of us watched this. You two
This
didn't
is the
like
anomaly.
it, so it should not be in the list. Although I think it should be in the list.
Go on.
Because
Well,
it's
it is on the
amazing.
list.
Good. It's amazing.
Okay.
Right, let's move on.
Right, moving on. Number 5. Bullet in like a bullet train.
Which one did you prefer out of these two?
Bullet train 100%.
Obviously.
I actually hoped to have watched this by the time we done this, but I didn't get
really?
around to watching it.
It's available on everywhere.
I was busy.
So there's
aye,
there's
aye,
another
Busy.
Quicksilver there.
He's brilliant in this.
He's fantastic in it. Those
Is that-
two are
Those
brilliant.
two
in
are
it.
brilliant. Those two are brilliant.
Zoe King's in it.
She's great.
Her from that plays Domino. I can't remember the actress's name. She's brilliant in it. She's in it for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Zazie
Blink,
Beats.
you
Spoilers.
miss her.
Zazie Beats.
That's the one. She was in Joker as well.
Don't spoil it.
Is that
her there?
Remember,
This guy
James hasn't
here, he's okay.
seen it.
He was in Deadpool as well
He was also
for
in
about
Deadpool,
a
yeah.
half second.
Yeah,
Oh, he
for about
was.
half a second,
He
yeah.
was Mr. Invisible parachuting
Yeah.
in, wasn't he?
And he's really good in it as well. He's some I think he's from Puerto Rico. I'm not sure, but he's a rapper.
Well,
Bad Monkey. I don't know what his name is. Anyway, he's comment below. I can't keep up with everything. It's brilliant. It's a heist movie on a train. How would you describe it?
It's a chase movie. It's a heist movie. It's a
Yeah.
train movie. It's
who directed it and what did they direct before?
quirky. It's your man. He's an ex. He's actually Brad Pitt's ex stuntman.
He is, yeah. Oh, in fact, no, he did
Um,
direct something else, and I was like, "Oh, right, okay, that's what he directed." It's David Leitch, who is British, I think. He co-directed John Wick.
Okay.
He also directed Atomic Blonde. He directed Fast and Furious Presents Hobbs and Shaw.
Okay, so now we're getting somewhere. Now we understand the action side of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He directed Deadpool 2 as well.
It's not like off the scale action though. It's very kind of that kind of those kind of Japanese Korean movies that you know the kind of fights. I suppose the kind of leaning back when a blade's like
Yeah, that
that
kind
kind
of
of Matrix type action.
yeah, it's kind of Unreal type
Mhm.
actiony things.
But not as unreal as like Fast and Furious.
It's funny. It's quirky. There's some great action sequences in it.
Mhm. Quick patter.
A lot of quick patter. Like it's kind of Quentin Tarantino-y type.
Guy Ritchie
Lots
type.
of dialogue in
Mhm.
like 2 minutes.
Mhm.
It's brilliant. It's really good. Sandra Bullock's in
Okay.
it as well.
Spoilers.
Oh,
Spoiler: she's in the first 5 seconds.
You don't know
He's
it's
on
her.
the phone to her.
Don't know it's her.
You do know it's her. How do you not know it's Sandy Bullock?
is it a speed?
I'm sorry about this,
Homage.
James. Sloan's spoiling this film left, right, and centre.
Not spoiling it. Oh, they're on a bullet train as well, James.
Anyway, let's move on before Sloan spoils even more.
I know.
All right, that's number
Home
5.
wrecker.
So we're top 5 now. So this is our top 5 movies. So number 4. I haven't seen this.
Oh, me and James have seen it.
Oh,
Great. What a Christmas movie. So this is was this Last Temptation of Christ then? What is this?
It's a vengeance.
Vengeance. Good.
aye.
Yeah.
It looks like it will be.
Slopey shoulders. Harold here.
I wouldn't say
aye,
that to
it
his face.
definitely. I know.
Telling you.
It looks like it would be. You know how like maybe sometimes it's so far removed from what we know and what we
Aye.
are used to
Yeah.
that you won't like it. But in actual fact, it's a tale as old as time,
Beauty and the Beast.
and you will get it.
Is he
It's-
Beast?
You will get it.
The songs
Yeah,
are
he is the
amazing in
beast.
it.
He is the beast.
It's a
Songs
musical.
are
It's a
Our
musical.
guest, be our guest, put our service to the test.
No, it's basically a Viking gladiator
Basically, it's a love
movie,
story.
isn't it?
It's a what movie?
Aye,
Sorry,
It's basically Gladiator, but with Vikings.
right. Does he do the Elysian Fields thing with his hand?
I think he does.
no, he becomes a.
Doesn't he?
He's a wolf, and he is a bear.
He's a wolf and a bear.
Yeah,
Big bear.
Get your
of him.
head around that.
That's right.
yeah.
A bear
And
wolf.
there are elements of this that seem supernatural, but it's not supernatural. This is the most expensive Viking movie ever made,
Since Viking.
and I was desperate to see it, the pictures, and I never made it to it.
Right. And Sloan, this might perk your ears up. Do you remember the Lighthouse movie?
Is Sandra Bullock in it?
Remember the Lighthouse movie? With
Willem
Robert
Dafoe.
Pattinson and Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe, yeah.
Same
I never saw
director. Same director.
All right, so it's filmed in Canada then.
Oh, did you not? Did you not?
No.
I thought you saw that.
No.
Did you see The Witch?
No.
Oh, for God's sake.
It's good. It's good. Skarsgård went through.
Do you know, I
hell
could do these things to
to
you as
become-
well.
No, I haven't seen the latest Adam Sandler film.
And neither have I. I don't like Adam Sandler. Why
No,
have I got this
hey,
reputation of
Paul-
liking Adam Sandler? I don't like Adam Sandler
Barton,
movies.
love
Mall
him.
Cop.
I have seen Paul
By the way,
Mall Cop 1 and 2, much to
Um,
my chagrin.
Aye.
Nicole Kidman's fantastic, and
Nicole Kidman's in it.
they lean heavily on Norse mythology,
Sandra Bullock.
but it is not supernatural. but they make it seem like it's supernatural.
Which
It's
it is.
it's a fantastic.
Is
But
it
it is
better than
supernatural.
Beowulf?
Yeah.
You know, see, here's the thing I don't understand, because he has to become a bear and a wolf, and I'm like, bear wolf, is there something in that? You know,
Well,
to
Beowulf.
that Beowulf legend?
Maybe.
No, because
Aye.
literally, he
Is
has
there
to
is there a
become bear,
character in it
and he
called
has-
Grendel?
No.
Oh
No.
God, I don't know. I
But
don't
it's
think
that
so.
type of it's that sort of thing that I know the scene you're talking about, James.
What?
You're talking about the fight
yes.
with a big kind of the kind of mythical kind of big thing that he has to
Yes.
fight at one point.
Yeah.
But it's not quite what it seems. But it's brilliantly done, isn't it? The way
Aye.
it's. I just think it's a great film. It's great. Brilliant.
Heavy recommendation, and it kind of is what it appears to be, but it's also not what it appears to be.
Mhm.
Aye, definitely sit down and watch it.
Some
Okay.
heavy shit there.
Aye,
Good.
Skarsgård went through hell to look like that.
I
That's
saw
Bill
I
Skarsgård.
saw that.
Uh-huh.
she's his baby boy. Excuse me.
So fair play. Nicole Kidman's good in it, and there was a guy who's in the. Did I even see Bad Sisters? I put that in my top 10
Oh, I saw
TV
that, yeah.
shows.
Mhm.
You know, the guy who plays the prick.
Is he in that?
That's the guy he fights at the end.
Go
The beard.
away.
That's him.
Go
He's
away.
the prick. He fights his prick is the he's the guy who kills
No way.
his father.
No way.
Anna Taylor Joy's in it. Ethan Hawke's in it.
Yes.
And Bjork's in it.
Yeah.
And
Ethan's
William
in it
Dafoe's in it
early
as well.
on.
The
Mhm.
chess lady's in it.
Yeah.
Jeez, lady.
She's good. She's good, her.
She's
Oh,
taking
she's-
a bit of a
she's
gamble
really
being in a
good in
movie
this.
like this.
Oh. Woo.
I did not realise that was that guy. Wow.
Yeah, he's the prick guy.
He plays Dracula in the Mark Gatiss version of Dracula.
Draclear?
Aye,
Did you say
Dracula.
Draclear?
Dracula, mate.
Count Dracula lives up
Aye.
Rich Road.
Count Dracula with the big sharp teeth. And he's got a big combine harvester. Driving up the road.
Draclear? Sorry.
Anyway, right, moving on.
Honestly.
Moving on. All right.
Yes.
Top three.
This is getting out of hand now.
Getting towards the end here. Top three.
Oof.
Doctor Strange's Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
Bit
Liked
flawed,
it a lot.
but
Liked it a lot. Higher than I thought it would be.
higher
Higher
than
than
I
I
thought
would
it
have
would be.
liked.
But I'll tell you
liked
why
it a
it
lot.
got higher is because I probably upvoted it more than anything else because I hadn't seen half these movies that you guys had seen.
Ooh, that's the flaw in the system.
So that's
Jodie, are
that's
you
where the
drinking a
flaw
bottle
is.
of Prosecco?
Yeah.
It just looks like you're just down in a bottle of Prosecco. All right. But that's higher than I would have liked.
What's that
That's
thinking?
nearly $1 billion movie. I looked it up last night.
Yeah.
Not quite $1 billion movie.
It's good.
Just outside.
Good.
No,
Listen.
I liked it.
Listen, I think, like Sloan said before, second viewing even better. But I enjoyed it the first time. But
There's still
We-
bits in it
we've
where
watched it a few
it
times.
feels a bit too CGI, clean, 48 frames a second type thing. Like
Yeah.
it still kind of irritates me, but I did enjoy it much better the second time round.
I love the whole Scarlet Witch thing, and I think the setup, of
America Chavez.
Well, that I liked that whole thing, but I liked the Scarlet Witch, kind of following from WandaVision.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I just thought that was. I think if you saw WandaVision and you saw this, you'd get more emotionally attached to it
Mm.
than you
Yes,
would if you
definitely,
hadn't seen
yeah.
WandaVision. But at the same time, it was her. It was really her story. Ultimately, this
It was,
movie,
yeah.
not
Yeah.
really Doctor Strange.
Mhm.
It's really her story. But
I like
loved
this
it.
film. I didn't have it down as number 3, even though I absolutely adore Sam Raimi. Didn't have it down as number 3. Definitely in my top 10.
It had Sam Raimi stamped all over it, though.
Beautiful.
Definitely,
Beautiful.
especially
Stinks of Sam.
the horror moments.
Reeking.
Oof, just the worst.
Reeking of Sam. I can smell it from here. Hold on a second. Oh, reeking of Sam Raimi.
All right. Number 2,
Ofen.
Prey.
Aye.
Seen it yet, Sloan?
Nope.
Why not?
Oh,
No excuse.
yeah.
No excuse.
Now we're talking.
It's on Disney Plus, and it's one of these
And you've
movies
got
where
Disney
we keep
Plus,
we
so-
keep sitting watch a movie, and it's like, do you want to watch Prey? And it's like,
You love Predator?
yeah, I do.
It is
I know.
fantastic.
I don't know why I've not watched it yet. It does tick a lot of boxes for me, this movie, but I just
It's
one
not
of the
good, is it?
movies I haven't watched yet this year.
So good.
Disgusting.
It
It's
is
really good.
disgusting.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have
pretty
you
well.
seen Emily the Criminal? No, you haven't. So when you watch that movie, come back and then you can complain to me.
Okay then. All right. You make a great point.
There you go. Thanks. And
This
you haven't
whole thing,
seen
this
The
whole
Stranger either.
franchise-
Mm,
This whole franchise was treated with such respect in every single level.
mm.
That's good.
You know, with the way they treated the original source material, with the way they treated the indigenous people of America,
Mhm.
with the way they treated the actual predator, it was absolutely fantastic. Mostly Native American camera people, stunt people, like catering people. Like it was a full on. Oh, there we go.
Good for you, James.
There's two. Aye, that's a good movie to go out on.
And or
Yes.
over.
Yeah.
Lights
Yeah.
off.
I know. Nice one, James. I like your
By the way,
style.
quite right. I'm not saying anything against that. I think that's the proper way to do streaming services, is when you're done watching the show.
I know. We should all
Flick the
probably
switch.
learn
We
from
should all do that.
actually.
We should all do that.
Definitely. Yeah.
There's no
Because-
point in sitting there. It's like do you know what it is? It's like a gym membership. You're
It
not
is.
going.
It is.
Just
No, sometimes
cancel
you're not going, but you know that you might go.
But you never
So-
do.
Well,
Oh, fantastic film, by the way. Absolutely. Music was great. Everything. It was
Mhm.
brilliant.
Mhm.
Brilliant film. Seen it 3 times.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
again,
Did
if
you guys,
that was on
did you guys
there.
like the Shane Black one?
No.
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 Literally, it's just I'm in love with Predator, and I want to be in love with every other Predator film, but I'm not. But this is up there with. This is up there with it.
Did you like the Shane Black one, Sloan?
I did, because he was one of the original writers of.
No, I
Predator.
know, but I just found it a bit crude, his writing.
Mm.
We had to switch it off because we were watching it with Danny.
Oh, sorry,
'Cause I
wasn't
thought it
an-
was-
he was an actor at the time. But yeah.
The best ones that
So
see if you've got kids, the best Predator ones to watch the Alien versus Predator
Alien
movies.
versus Predator, right, yeah,
Mhm,
totally.
mhm. They're the best ones.
So they hopefully, God willing, if they do what I think they're going to do, and what I hear they might do, is they will take the whole premise of predators have been coming to planet Earth for ages. Shane didn't write the first Predator. It was a John Tiernan movie.
Yeah, explosives expert
yeah.
John Tiernan. Yes.
So, but if predators have been coming to Earth for centuries, then if he came at this point in time, then he was also there at the time of feudal Japan.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Fingers crossed. Please
Ah,
make that happen.
you said that to me before.
Yeah, I heard someone talk about it. I mean, I'd love to say it was
Predator Yojimbo.
but yeah.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Sloan, I don't know how you've not watched this. You have to watch it.
I know. I will watch it. It just
Do it over
at
Christmas.
the time.
It is
It's
pure and true.
Perfect Christmas movie. It's snowing.
It is a perfect. It's pure.
It's snowing,
No, I can't
yeah.
say it. I can't say what I was going to say.
It's like Die Hard.
I was going to say it's
Exactly.
purer than the Baby Jesus, but it is a brilliant movie.
He was a soldier in the first one, and he said some really colourful comments about certain things, which we won't bother hinting towards in this because
Aye.
it's kids and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
But-
we talking about
Kids watch this show.
no,
Yeah,
but are we talking
but
about like the jokes
I'm pretty
from the
sure.
first
I'm
movie?
pretty sure he wrote those jokes in the original. Like they were written by him. Which
Because
is where
literally,
the
if it
writing
wasn't
came
for those
from.
jokes in Predator, you probably could sit and kind of watch it with your family.
Yeah, probably about 15.
Oh yeah, except someone for no reason at all says those jokes.
Yeah, Shane. All right, so let's get to our number one movie of 2022.
Oops.
I don't think this is a shock. I
Not
think
at
this was
all.
the best one
Not
of
at all.
2022. Except it came out in 2021.
What? No, it didn't.
Made in 2020.
Yeah, this is absolutely fantastic. Matt Reeves directing after off the back of his Planet of the Apes trilogy. Although I don't think he directed all the Planet of the Apes movies, but everybody says it's his kind of
He
thing.
did Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He did War for the Planet of the Apes. But he only
Rise of
wrote
the
that
Planet
one.
of the Apes.
He only wrote
He
that
didn't
one.
do the first. Don't he did the first one? Did he? Did the other two? But anyway, so do.
Hey.
So
Did
everything about this is brilliant. Consistency, script, music, actors.
Cloverfield.
Paul Dano, fantastic as the Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
Patterson, brilliant.
Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz is fantastic in it.
Yep.
Yes.
Then you've got bloody Colin Farrell as the Penguin, unrecognisable.
Who looks
Utterly
nothing like
brilliant.
Mentioned
himself.
Jeffrey Wright as well.
Jeffrey Wright is brilliant as
The Watcher.
what do you call him?
Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon.
Well, he's not Commissioner Gordon
Jim.
in this. He's just Jim Gordon.
Yeah, he's
Big Jim.
great
Lieutenant
casting,
Jim.
by the way, for that. I think.
Yeah.
And their relationship is brilliant as well.
The mayor's played by somebody. Who's the mayor played by? He is obviously played by somebody, but
You're right.
John Turturro's in it as well.
John Turturro is brilliant in it.
Andy Serkis is in it.
So he has
He's Alfred.
As Alfred.
some cast in
John
it.
Turturro's.
Alex
Zoe's-
Ferns. He plays the
Oh, aye.
commissioner.
Mhm,
He's
mhm.
in it.
Mm. John Turturro plays the. He's a kind of big bad in Batman. He's a kind of main staple in Batman movies. His character,
Falcone.
isn't he? Falcone. That's right. Yeah, yeah. Aye.
It was said that the Falcone family snipped the wire that Dick Grayson's parents fell from in the kind of trapeze artist act.
Ah, yeah.
So that's where he's.
Yeah.
That's where but no, a big Batman baddie, Falcone.
Some of it
Cracking movie, man.
filmed in Glasgow as well.
Yep, bits
Yes,
of it were.
and the
Along with it.
Necropolis.
The ill-fated Batwoman one was filmed in Glasgow as well.
Batgirl.
Batgirl, sorry.
That's
That
right.
was filmed in Glasgow.
Yeah.
They also had did anyone spot there? You know, we talked about the Daredevil corridor scene, which didn't exist before Daredevil exists. Now every film has a corridor scene. This film had, I would say, 2 corridor scenes. One in the nightclub and one upstairs in Falcone's territory where he comes out of the lift
Yeah.
and there's gunshot fire, but you can only see it's blackness and then it's gunshot
Oh, yeah,
fire.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he also had when he was walking into his corridor scene also was when he was walking to the nightclub and all these goons were trying to stop him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so two corridor scenes birthed from the Daredevil.
Do you know,
TV show.
it's funny because you always think to yourself, right, Batman goes dark, kind of thing. And you think, well, it can't go much darker than this. This is the darkest Batman we've ever had, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just great.
This was more for me. This is more in line with the kind of Dark Knight type, not the Dark Knight, the movie, the Dark Knight, but the comic books, the Dark Knight, where he was much more detective-y.
The detective.
than
Well,
he
it's the first time that we've ever kind of seen the proper detective aspect.
Yeah, because in the Batman comics, he was the Dark Knight. The ones I used to read, and they were all known as the Dark Knight Detective. And those were my favorite series of Batman comic books.
They've never really done that. They've never explored that in movies at all.
They've never touched it. Not. So they have touched it, but they've not really.
Not the way they have in this.
There's always been the fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we just need the him turning up after a crime scene.
A cream
scene, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the dairy though.
Dairy cream.
Dairy cream, yeah. I thought Robert Pattinson was great as both
He's
Bruce Wayne and Batman. When I first heard he was going to be Batman, I'm like, I don't know, man. Don't know if he can pull it off. But then I watched him in Tenet. Before I watched this, and I was like, this guy's actually a pretty good actor.
Oh man, he's fantastic.
Didn't give him enough
because everybody
credit,
thinks of him as the Twilight guy, you
Yeah.
know. But
which is
he's-
arguably
he's
the worst
done-
movies ever made.
He's done so many good stuff since
Mhm.
then, you know. But
And also the Nirvana music choice
oh yeah,
almost as his theme,
definitely.
because Michael Giacchino took that theme,
Yeah,
took that Nirvana tune,
Giacchino.
and kind of made it his.
yeah.
What's his is that the
Cappuccino?
pronunciation?
Giacchino, I think it is it not? I
Cappuccino.
thought
I'm
it
just
was-
going to say
I thought it was
Giacchino. I said Giacchino, you said
I said-
Giacchino.
I said Giacchino, you said Giacchino, Chicano.
I'm sure
Sorry.
we've spoken about this before.
Are you
But if you
singing
look
the
at
heights,
all of-
Jody?
If you look at all of
Christmas.
Giacchino's titles to all the songs, they're all puns.
You see
You
what's
go
going on in
look
the
at back.
chat?
Yeah,
What's going on in the
Hold on
chat?
a
What's
minute.
happening here?
Let me just block this user.
I've done it.
There we go. Bye 69mega.com.
It's the second time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Block. All Giacchino's titles to all these pieces of music are puns.
Okay.
oh, are they?
In every single film he has ever done, all his music.
He did the music for Solo, a Star Wars story as well.
Did he? I didn't know that. I know he done the music to Up,
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
but one of his greatest puns
Yeah.
was, you know, the scene where he was chasing the penguin down the highway. He was in the Batmobile.
Oh, in this
And
movie. Yeah.
and this one, and Colin Farrell was like,
Aye.
"I got you, I got
Aye,
you,"
aye, aye,
all that kind of
aye.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
So that song
I
is
got
called
you.
Highway to the Anger Zone.
Oh,
Obviously,
brilliant.
a pun on
Okay.
Highway to, and that's the type of thing he does.
Right.
So he also did the theme to the music to Super 8 as well, and just hundreds of puns, just Pun
Mm.
City. Quite
In
talented.
fact, he
Anyway,
did the
his
music.
music's good.
We watched a movie last night. It was a Christmas thing, and it was awful with Sarah Jessica Parker in it. I can't remember the name of it, but you know why I
You
watched
know,
it.
you slag
And,
me off.
and he did the music for it.
You slag me off for watching
Yeah,
different
aye.
movies, and
Yeah.
you watch a Sarah Jessica Parker Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
but I don't
Jodie.
mention it in the podcast until now.
Get a couple of drinks in them. There you
I
go.
know exactly. Well, that is Christmas.
I was watching Sarah Jessica Parker the other day there.
So, switch to
Oh.
Sex and the City.
The movie.
Two.
I watched
They made another
Harriet.
one.
What's her name? Beverly
Carrie
Beverly Harriet. What's that one? What's that one? With,
Bridget Jones.
Bridget Jones. Aye. Beverly Harriet.
Aye. Like he doesn't know that.
Aye. Her. How did you get that from me saying Beverly Harriet?
Anyway, that is all the news that's fit to print. So just a rundown again of what we picked for our movies and TV shows. Do it really quickly. In at number 10 for TV shows is Peacemaker. Number 9, Strange New Worlds from Star Trek. Number 8 was Pam and Tommy. Number 7, Candy, which Jodie you have to watch. Number 6, Night Sky. James, you have to watch. Number 5, The Boys, and then so this is our top 5. So Moon Knight number 4, Dahmer number 3, number 2 is Severance on Apple TV, which we all enjoyed. Although James, you still need to finish a couple of episodes.
Gosh, you miss a couple of episodes. And
I know, and
just
it's
can't
big
let it go,
news.
can you?
And you're
Big news.
nobody.
And then finally, our number one TV show was Andor. And then top 10 movies, Wakanda Forever, number 10. Lightyear was number 9. Werewolf at Night, 8. Number 7 is My Homework, which is Don't Worry, Darling. Number 6 is the only one Jodie liked, no one else liked, was Everywhere, Everything, All at Once to do things together.
Yeah.
Number 5 is Bullet Train. Number 4 was The Northman, which apparently I've got to watch as well. Number 3 was Multiverse of Madness. Number 2 was Prey, which again I have to watch. And number 1 was The Batman.
Okay, so out of all those films and TV shows that you have not watched,
Yeah.
I'm going to recommend you watch what I picked and we haven't spoken about. I'm going to recommend you watch Bad Sisters. I think you'll enjoy it, Sloan.
I've seen
Okay.
it. It's very good.
If I was a TV show, so if I was going to say you were going to watch, you should watch a film, watch Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio,
I tried to watch it.
which wasn't. Huh?
I tried to watch it.
No.
It wasn't for
No,
me.
no, no. I don't want to hear
The book slammed on me, James. I can. It
I've not
was.
watched it yet.
It was not good. It was not good times, and
Yes,
I think it might be because I watched the Disney one recently.
I
don't
think
know,
so.
but-
I think you've got fatigue.
I've got Pinocchio fatigue.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
the wood is starting to
Right.
warp.
Your woods.
Okay.
You better see the doctor about that.
Then my other recommendation is only if you liked
Uh-oh.
Tarantino's. What was the Tarantino movie? The stunt one?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No.
Oh, Death
Mm.
Rate.
Oh, with Kurt Russell.
Death.
Aye.
Death Proof.
Only if you
Proof.
like Death Proof, then you
Mhm.
need to watch Jordan Peele's Nope.
I've not seen that yet.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, is there any pleasing you? By the way,
Yeah.
you're so fussy.
Yeah.
I've not seen it. I'm
I don't
going
even
to
know.
watch it. It's on my list.
It's-
Enough.
Oh, he's
he's
got
down,
his
to,
household.
he's
That's
down to
it.
2 frames a
That's
second now as well.
2 frames a second.
It's serious.
He's losing his. He's losing his.
Well, look.
What would you recommend I watch?
I would recommend Stutz. I really liked that. I thought it was good. That's a conversation with Jonah Hill has with his psychiatrist. I really liked that.
Right.
It was nowhere near the top 10. Didn't even get a mention. So I would recommend that. Jody, out of all the ones that you said,
1899 and House of Dragon. But watch what you guys need to start watching Game of Thrones. Come on, come on,
no.
come on.
I
You're
can't-
going to James. I know you are because I know Jay was asking you. To
Oh
watch
yeah,
it.
Jay's on it. You to watch it.
She was.
Oh,
wanting
she's
to
mad
watch
for
it.
it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It's like Star Wars, but with loads of sex in it and.
You had in
politics.
Dragons. You had My Old School as one of the movies.
Yeah, that was a really
I don't
good
know-
film.
I don't know what that
with
is.
Alan Cumming in it.
Oh,
Cummings or Cumming.
Cummings
It was
and Goings?
it was the guy that was about 32 years old that enrolled
Right,
in a
okay.
school in just outside Glasgow,
Mhm.
posh bit of Glasgow.
Hutchie.
And, no, anyway, and then
Mulgai, Bears Den, Bears Den Academy.
Bears Den Academy, and they all kind of took to him and stuff, and but then they came out that he was 32 years old and he wasn't 17, so that's
Okay,
really good. It was kind of animated and stuff, and
What's it
so it's
animations
like
and
Adrian Mole, age 33 and a half.
My Old School, it's called.
Okay.
Very good.
There's not going to be next Sunday is Christmas.
Christmas.
So there's not going to be a podcast next Sunday. The Sunday after that is going to be New Year's,
Mhm.
and there's not going to be a podcast then. I wouldn't have thought. So this
This is it.
is it. This is it, folks. This is us for 2022. So we hope you've enjoyed our shenanigans, and we wish you happy holidays, as they say. Merry Christmas, all that kind of good stuff. We hope you have a great time off work, wherever you are. Don't huff beer. And we will see you in the new year, and we hope you have a happy one. And do the whole like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. If you like this video, comment below what was your favorite movie, TV show of this year. And if you want time reminders when we put up something up new, then hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and YouTube will work its algos, and you'll get everything sorted out. But until next time, until 2023, Merry Christmas. We'll see you then. Bye.
Cheers.